triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Portland Riverhogs. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Portland Riverhogs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the first Wyoming quarterback to go in the first round, standing 6'5". It's Josh Allen.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Ochena Nwosu in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Gibson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Off the play fake. Herbert. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
56 right there, 56. Nice, sweetheart.
So after the INT, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And Pascal's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They run here with Singletary. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and throw for it here. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Herbert finds the open target, Arnold. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. From the gun, Herbert, and it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now he'll tuck it and run. So it's on. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He won't go down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use.
Stephon Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 67 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now Sean McDermott's made the call. They'll go for 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times, the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there. 59 yards. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Singletary to get the drive started. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They go right back to Singletary.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On first down, Singletary. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action. Now it's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. It's a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. They'll roll him out. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards there and a first down. Throwing on first down. Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. A give, running right, Lindsey. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Another run by Lindsey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead,
and he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point good by Prater. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Allen to throw it. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack on first down, Allen.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Allen. It's caught by Davis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On first down, Allen. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 17 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it